Howdy everyone, Matt here. I got a question for you. What do you think about those people who are always negative about the profession of physical therapy? Let's talk about it. All right, everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Matt. I am Matt the PT, coming at you with another video on another topic of something in the physical therapy world. And like I said, I want to talk about those Debbie Downers, those negative Nicks out there, those people in the profession that the only thing that they can ever say is something negative about the profession. And I just want to know what your thoughts about them are as well. And this came about because here recently I've been seeing in these physical therapy Facebook groups and like on LinkedIn is that there's these same people that keep just pointing out negative things about it, saying insurance reimbursement is just going down every year. It's just getting worse and worse. And salaries are getting less and less every year. And the APGA sucks and it's terrible and they're never going to do anything about anything. And this profession is just going to be gone in like 6 months or whatever. They just say those things. Like I said, it's a small group. And when I start looking back through all their posts and the things that they do, I realized a few things, and I thought I would just talk about it here. And the first thing I started noticing is that they really sound like that person, maybe a family member or a neighbor or a coworker, an acquaintance, that no matter what you say, no matter what, they have to point out the negative. You talk about, today's a really pretty day. It's 72 degrees and sunshiny and it's a cool breeze. And they'll probably tell you, no, it's going to rain next week and then get really, really hot. Okay. Or maybe you ask them, how's that job going? I heard you got a new promotion. Oh, it's just so much work. My boss is an idiot. And that place would close down in 3 minutes if I walked out the door. And that's what they talk about. Or maybe you went to a new restaurant. Oh, I tried this restaurant. The food was so good. I think it was just amazing. I just want to tell people about it. And they're going to go, oh, I heard it was just over-seasoned in the food and then the service is slow. That's all they do. That's the only thing. And that leads to the first thing, is that that's a part of their identity. I really, truly feel that being negative is a part of their identity. And I see this with patients. And I'll use this example. I had a patient many years ago who is actually a distant family member. I found that out because we started seeing each other a lot more and kind of found out. But this person has been dealing with a shoulder pain for years on that. I don't even remember what happened exactly. But this person makes it a point to always talk about their shoulder. And they may say, Matt, well, of course, they're coming to see you about their shoulder. Yes, they are. But I have seen this person out in different things with the family, and it's the only thing that they talk about. This person at my grandmother's funeral, where we are dealing with a loss, a massive loss in our family, and we are grieving, this person comes up to me, and the first things out of their mouth is about their shoulder. And they just want to talk to me. I was like, I am trying to process this and I am trying to work through this. I do not want to talk to you about your shoulder. And you may be saying, well, Matt, this person, they're just trying to get over this. I'll be honest. They don't really want it to be. They bounce from physician to physician. They'll go to rehab place to rehab place. They don't fully commit to trying to get it better because that's part of their identity. That this person's shoulder issue is a part of their identity. And if that shoulder issue is cleared up, who are they? Who are they? They don't know. They're not the person with the shoulder pain or something whatever that they get out of it. And you may have seen patients like that over the years. I know I have seen several others that have a very severe back pain. We'll just use that example. That is their identity, that their back pain is the only thing that they talk about, that when you speak to family members, that's the main focus of their life is their pain. And I can see as well, it could be scary to take that away, even though it is uncomfortable. It is something that they know, they are familiar with. I am familiar with this negative thing. So yeah, I want to have it there because I know what it is. And I feel like these people are the same way. And that leads to the big thing I see about them is that they don't really want it to change. That's what I really feel. They don't want it to change because it benefits them. They get a benefit out of it because things are so negative. They're going to point those negative things out, because I have a solution. That's what it is. I have a solution. And I noticed so many of them sell something. They sell something. They are selling coaching or training or something that's going to be the solution to the problem. And I have an issue when I see people selling that stuff, because you're selling just an information. And unfortunately, when you're selling an information like that, it's very easy for this person to say, oh, this is what you need to do to fix this, or, to get yourself out of this. I got the solution with my coaching or training. But the thing is, because they're selling that information, it benefits them, because they can say, well, if you do it and you don't get the results that you want, they can easily tell you, oh, well, you didn't do it right. You didn't work hard enough. You didn't believe enough. And so you need to sign up for my triple, double, ultra, mega, master, whatever course now. And you need to give them more money. You need to bear down on it really, really well. And that's what, some of those other, you've probably seen in the business world, that those grifters that do that, but they're kind of doing that same thing there. So it's like, no. I want to point out the negative aspects of things, because it's going to benefit me. You're probably saying, what should we be doing about it? And I'm like, well, the first thing I really think about is to just ignore it. Just don't pay attention to it, because there's always going to be negative people out there. And you're probably saying, well, Matt, aren't you talking about the people who are complaining? Yeah, I'm complaining about the complainers who are complaining about the complaining and the complaining. And if you think I'm talking about the complainers too much, hit that like button down below. We will go from there. But that's the first thing. Second thing I would ask you is to really dive into pay attention to what, if you want to, is to really look into what they're saying. I find very often they don't ever go very, very deep. I just saw somebody that posted that stupid Buc-ee's comparison, that the Buc-ee's general manager makes $125,000 a year, and you have a doctorate of physical therapy and only making like $95,000. Yeah, they don't tell you that it's going to be a very long process to actually get to that position. It's probably somebody who's been working up through that company for many, many, many years to get up to that position. And they're just not going to hire you off of the street just because you have a doctorate of physical therapy. Oh, you have that? No, you don't have any experience in it. They never bring up any of that. And also, that could be a pretty volatile job. And the higher up as you go, it can be pretty volatile. Buc-ee stores make about, $50 to $100 million a year? Yeah, you're in charge of a whole lot. Yes, and I understand that a doctorate of physical therapy, being a PT, is very hard as well. But they're trying to compare two separate things, and they never dive into it. It's always the most ridiculous things on it. Or say, we need to start a new association, something better than the APTA to tackle all these things. Again, I think that's a silly idea. It's a common tactic of many of these people selling stuff or whatever, that they pick a common enemy. The APTA just makes a very good enemy for them, just to say, they're the problem right there. You need to join up. I have the solutions and the answers, and they're the enemy. I'll be honest with you. If you actually get involved with the APTA at your state level and you actually get into it, kind of like when I was talking about the Buc-ee's thing, you actually get into it, you find out a lot of the stuff that you're saying is a very common thing that people in the APTA are saying, hey, this is a true risk. This is a threat to us. We have to work it, and we need more people to help us out, because it is a massive thing. I don't understand why people think as well that stuff just changes like that. Just like a patient that comes to you with back pain for 20 years and says, well, you didn't fix me in the first 5 minutes, so this isn't going to work. I'm going to move to the next thing. Kind of along the same lines of it. You got to work it. There's a lot of stuff that going in, and if you have a very strong, powerful voice, get involved and actually help out. You don't even have to join. I'll be honest. I made a video about that. You don't even have to join to help out. There are ways to help out, and you don't have to join up. So at the end of the day, I really feel that no matter what, these people will never be happy. They will never be happy with what goes on in the profession, because it is so much of their identity to be this negative. And now I want to know your thoughts and beliefs down in the comments below. Please share them with me. And also, I would ask to please like the video if you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing to the channel. It doesn't cost you a copay or anything. And until next time, take care of yourself. Take care of your patients. I'll see you then.